Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the match review of Chelsea 0, Brighton 0. This is the night where Chelsea drew, but football won.
Welcome to the Burton Ballers. Ain't got no time for no stallers, yeah.
We are the risers, we're not the fallers. Our channel is growing wider and taller.
Yeah, we're here to give you the news about your dear beloved Blues, yeah.
So if you like this YouTube channel, like, subscribe and turn on that bell.
Yeah.
So guys, today my match review is going to be slightly different. It's not going to be concentrating a lot on the match. It's going to be also concentrating on some of the events that went on yesterday, because it was a momentous day in the day of football. This is the day that the fans said, you know what, enough is enough. We don't want these corporates coming in, taking over our sport, ruining our sport. We want the competitiveness to stay in our sport. We want the likes of Brighton to be going toe-to-toe with Chelsea and coming out with a decent result. These are the sort of matches we want. We don't want no closed-shop football. Football fans stood out yesterday and were victorious. So I applaud them. I applaud all the guys who came to Stamford Bridge in their numbers yesterday to make it known that we do not want to be part of this corruption. So, guys, we're going to be back to what it was before, playing Premier League football and qualifying for the Champions League on merit. That's why I said it, on merit. And the irony about yesterday's game is that the fact that Chelsea had miscalculated and didn't understand the backlash which was going to be happening by entering this competition, they may miss out on Champions League. Because the players yesterday, their minds weren't in it, their minds were elsewhere. The performance yesterday, it just shows that they were still thinking about all the events which were going on. They were thinking about the fans sitting down, the Chelsea bus where Peter Cech had to go out and plead with the supporters to let them through, so the players would have seen that. That had been playing on their mind. Liverpool, the night before, we saw their result against Leeds. It wasn't, this was another one where the players were being affected by what was happening. Had this match been played today, then I think we'd have had a better result, because it would have been more relaxed, everything would have been resolved, and the players would have gone out there being able to express themselves. But yesterday was a bit flat for everybody, and we were lucky actually to get away with a draw, because Brighton towards the end of the game were the team who looked most likely to score. So I just feel that Chelsea now need to press on, because we are level on points with West Ham, and this game on Saturday against West Ham, this has got more meaning in it now, because we have to get the 3 points, because if we lose that game, Liverpool win, Leicester win, then it's going to be harder. The games are running out. I think hopefully we can get back, because everything would have been settled down by Saturday. I think the guys will show their true self, because yesterday wasn't Chelsea. Yesterday was imposters, still rattled by the events of the day. So this Perez League, this Barcelona Real Madrid bailout league is over, guys. Because that's what it was all about. It wasn't about saving football, as Perez said. It was all about getting these guys who, with Real Madrid 900 million in the red and Barcelona 1.6 billion or something or more in the red. It was about helping those clubs out, helping out those clubs in Italy. English clubs are most of the time well run. We didn't need this competition. The Europeans needed it more than we did. So I'm glad that we saw common sense, and Chelsea were the first team to do it. It just needed one brave team to be the first to leave, and others would have followed. So I applaud Chelsea for being the first ones to leave the competition. And so I'm hoping that this is now dead in the water. But it's also a wake-up call for UEFA and FIFA. Too long have they been allowed to get away with things, with some corruption within their organisation, with the way payments are meted out, with the way referees are appointed. We've been on the rough end of some dodgy decisions by UEFA, but now they know that the big clubs are serious that we need change. So I'm hoping that's a wake-up call for UEFA that we need change. And just a message for like the likes of Sky as well, who were coming across as like the saviours and disgusted by all of this. Remember where it started, guys. Remember where all the money came from in football at the beginning. It was when Sky took over, when Sky were paying millions and millions of pounds, when a Premier League was formed, and that created a divide between the Premier League and the rest of the league. So guys, before you go on your high horse criticising what this Super League set up, you were part of the commercial aspect of the game way before this came along. So people in greenhouses shouldn't throw stones. So remember that. So I'm just hoping now, because what money has done in the game of football is kind of taken away that closeness that you used to have with football players. Because I remember back in the day when I was growing up, I fell in love with Chelsea. I had Gary Stanley, a player, living in digs in the road next to me. They didn't have these plush houses or whatever, and back then you can go and talk to footballers. They were very approachable. Nowadays, because of that divide, there's no longer that connection between us, the fan base, and the players. I've taken my son before to the open day, and you can't even take pictures with the players now, because once you see them do their open day training session, they don't come over to sign autographs or have pictures. They're off. So we need to get that connection back with the players, and because this is football is like a family. It should be everyone in it together. So guys, as I said, a bit of a weird review. Well, not so much a review, more combination. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts about the game. Do you even care about the game yesterday after everything that was going on? Are you happy that this Super League is dead in the water, or were you quite open to the idea of the Super League? Put your comments in the section below. And don't forget, as always, guys, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Share the content, and I'll see you on the next video.